Welcome everyone to another video for Midian Gaming. Today we are continuing the 4-part series in regards to introducing the Anarch decks that are coming out with the spoilers that they've provided us, okay? It's going to be great for the newer players getting into the game, or for those that just couldn't have been bothered trying to search for it and just want an easier thing playing in the background to see what's going on, yeah? So let's just get straight into it. I'll just transition us right across, and we're tackling the Brujah today. Pretty much a strong arm of the Anarchs, and let's get straight into it. So we'll just go over the Fluff Claim. Brujah are troublemakers, always questioning authority. They tend to embrace anyone with a strong cause and a loud voice to their ranks, be it teen punks, gang members, or any kind of activists. While many Brujah are skilled with words, they are also quick to rage. Difficult debates are often best solved with a blur of fists. All right, so pretty much the symbol hasn't really changed. Very recognizable as the Brujah. This deck relies on combat supremacy. Your minion skills in celerity and potence will scare your opponents from blocking your presence-fueled bleed actions. For defense, you apply surprise Anarch tricks or assault other minions directly, mangling them into the ground before they become a threat. Okay, so normal 77 cards in the deck with 12 vampires, leaving you space if you wanted to take it up to 100 of 11 cards. Now, you've got your vampires, you've got a fair few master cards. You can see presence, you can see potence and celerity in there as well. Look at that. We've got the Immortal Grapples, the Torn Signpost, which is so much of a signature for Brujah decks, and a Taste of Vitae just to fuel up. It is so scary for an opponent coming up against the Brujah, and honestly, it's one of my preferred decks. I always seem to go back that, you know, I haven't really got a deck together. I'm just going to go back to my Brujah. Yeah. Now, mind you, the combat decks don't usually win major tournaments. However, there's some surprising cards in this that make you question whether a Brujah deck, especially these Anarch Brujah, could be a more viable option. We're going to see that now, and I think it's great what they've done now. First of all, we're coming up with a whole bunch of vampires that we've got being shown to us. Now, Octane, look at the picture on this. This is a really imposing individual, and Octane, it's a great name for this vamp. That the artwork is fantastic. It's a 6-cap with all 3 of the in-clan disciplines at superior. It's a fantastic vampire, fantastic name, fantastic picture. I think it is a staple to just about any Brujah deck that can take him, and I think it's a great vampire. And to only have 1 in the deck would be wrong. Let's see how many. Only 1 Octane. That's got to change, people. When we start looking at the deck, most likely he's going to go up to 2 or 3. All right, we've got Elena now coming in at a 4-cap with 2 disciplines at superior. This is fantastic. And you know what? They're the combat disciplines. So if you're designing your decks around with the Anarchs, remember what I said, the Anarchs are viable to use in other decks as well. They suit quite well in, like, depends on what themes you're really going for, but these are 2 solid disciplines and only a 4-cap. And if you control a locked minion, Elena must bleed with +1 bleed as a D action unless she must hunt. So you really need to be careful with how you use Elena. If you want Elena to bleed, that's fine. If you don't want Elena to bleed, need to be the first action that Elena does, yeah? Of all your vamps on the table, Elena needs to do the first action if it's something different, in order for her not to have to do that. Yeah. All right, Elena Gadecki. All right, Anarch Baron of Mannheim. So it's great. We're already starting to see some vote defense, because one thing that kills Brujah decks is votes. Once they start making a target on themselves, the votes start going against them, and there's very little they can do, unless of course they're taking the Euro Brujah type decks with a lot of votes. But let's take a look. Once each turn, Elena can burn 1 blood to unlock after another Anarch you control performs a successful action. So how good is that? Not that great coming after Elena, because you want Elena to be doing the first action, but after any other vampire has acted and Elena's already acted, can invariably untap and do something else or be prepared for defense. Very good. Look, 7 cap coming in with 2 superior disciplines, in clan disciplines, and the minor. You know, you're paying 2, 4, 5, 6 for the Anarch Baron, and with the untap ability being for that extra cost. If I haven't said it already, you know how I am in regards to paying for things that I'm not going to use, but you're going to use all these abilities. Is she overcosted? Probably not, but it's right on that line, yeah, whether she's overcosted or not. Hard to tell. Need to be in gameplay to see how effective, but it's a very good ability, mind you. Unlocking, very good ability. All right, Atiena, Anarch Baron of Mombasa. All right, so only 1 superior discipline in celerity. We've got presence, potence, and obfuscate. No doubt, such a vampire, 6 cap, you're already invested with that, so really hard to get into certain other decks to be used, and you're paying the extra for obfuscate. Like, how many obfuscate decks is Atiena going to go in? Unknown by myself, no doubt. People will let me know in the comments, hopefully. But 6 cap, yeah. Vote defense, very good in that respect, yeah. All right, Brandon Grime coming out with Thaumaturgy. Once again, something that would rile me if I had to be making a deck from scratch. But advanced celerity with their presence and the potence in there, and a little bit of thaumaturgy. So we've got 2 vampires with advanced celerity in there. Now there is a card in this deck that is amazing for advanced celerity. We're going to see that, which makes these vampires quite dangerous, yeah? All right, let's keep going. Too bad Elena doesn't have advanced celerity for that card that will be coming up. All right, Rain, 2 cap potence. I love it. I love it. When you're trying to get the average of your crypt down in points that you're potentially going to be spending, and you just need a vamp out there to be blood doling and feeding every turn, Rain is possibly that vamp. It's, yeah, just 2 cap with potence, and potence is great. You know, you can do various things with it. You know, you can do the Immortal Grapple, you can do Torn Signpost. It's just good. It doesn't do anything much other than punch and hurt. You know what? It's a 2 cost. And another vamp on the table can be such a headache for your predator and prey. Right, try and get this right. Siahe, Levchenko. We've got advanced presence, advanced celerity, and minor potence. So this is possibly going to be the bleeder in your deck. Coming in at a 5 cap, very good. Able to protect himself with the celerity and even minor potence. All right, Theo Bell, a vamp that a deck can just be built around. This one coming in at 8 cap, a reprint of other Theo Bells. Let's see what this has got. It is in the 6th generation area. All right, we've got advanced presence, potence, celerity. We've also got dominate and Auspex. So you could build a deck around this and have that intercept or bounce, and with extra bleed from the dominate. How good is that? Theo Bell, a solid character. Right, Valeria Zenovierra. I hope I got that right. Look, it's a very nice picture. I'd really like to see what they modeled, like the model they took this from as well, with the color hair. I think the picture itself would have been great. Obviously they've done the artwork with it, and it looks very good itself. Let's see, Anarch Baron of Moscow. So more vote defense, +1 strength, even better, 7 caps. So you're really starting to get over that. I'm just adding vampires for the sake of getting numbers down. Now we're really concentrating on vampires that are influences in the deck. This one's got advanced potence, protean, presence, and celerity. So, you know, normally with Anarchs, the minor disciplines will like see you through, with the various decks. I haven't taken a look into this deck enough to actually see if that's the case with the Brujah, but obviously the advanced potency is going to be very scary, and the vote defense is where it's at with her. All right, Line Brawl, our first action card. What does it do? Now, if you've got the presence, potence, and celerity, which most of the vamps do, then you can do like one of 3 actions with the one card, thereby being quite toolboxy and actually quite effective with Anarchs being able to do a range of different things with the one card in their hand. So let's see, still one pull from any Methuselah as a D action. Any Methuselah, how good's that? Just with the basic celerity. Potence, enter combat with a minion, so you get your free rush, and presence, you get bleed with +1 bleed, not limited. What a great card. Jack of all trades, I love it. Line Brawl, very good card. Right, 47th Street Royals. Reminds me of something out of the 70s or 80s, this. It really is good. I love the artwork on it. I love the name. Yeah, it really fits in there. I love it. All right, unique mortal with 2 life, which is good. 1 strength, 0 bleed. So can be doing some stuff, can block, can rush into a combat if you've got like certain things that allow for that. You can burn 47th Street Royals to reduce a bleed against you by 3. Wow, how good is that? You know what else I'm seeing with this? It is not even unique. No, it is. Sorry, my bad on that. It is unique mortal. I was getting a bit worried there. I was like, man, you could play a whole bunch of these and keep going. No, unique mortal, only one on the table. So excuse that. Now you can burn them to reduce the bleed against you by 3. Brujah have always had a problem with getting bled. Like, they need their resources and they're paying so much to get the vamps out, and they've got to generate some way to get that pull back. And now they've got this ability to protect themselves. The great thing about this is it's not costing anything to bring it out, and it saves you for a bleed of 3, which is fantastic. So I like it. 47th Street Royals. I'm sad that only 1 is in the deck. I'm pretty positive 1 is only in the deck. Let's take a quick look. Yep, 147th Street Royals. Ooh, I'd want more. I wouldn't want my hand jammed, but I'd want to be getting them as I'm getting bled to be burning them. Quickness. Now take a look at this card. If there is an MVP card to this deck, so far from what I've seen, this is it. This, along with Octane, is a scary combination. Let's take a look at it. Quickness, celerity, all right? Vampire can only play 1 quickness each round. At minor, it's got additional strike. But at the superior, additional strike that does not count against the limit. Oh my goodness. You can play other celerity cards giving 2 additional strikes at superior, thereby you hit normally, you hit with quickness, and then you do 2 additional strikes. If you've got a Torn Signpost, you are taking down so many vampires with that. That's 4 attacks. I haven't even looked at Torn Signpost. Like, even if you attack him with 3, that's 4 3s, that's 12 damage. There is no 12 vampire in the game. The most is 11. You are smacking them down, and they're gonna have to defend against each one individually. Wow. This is a crazy card. How many quicknesses have they given in this deck? Let's take a look at that. Sorry about going back and forward. 5 quicknesses. How awesome is that? You buy 2 decks, you've got 10 of them. Woo! Great ammunition to use in a deck. Look, using more than 5. Remember, you've got to put the other celerity cards in there in order to get the best benefit from that. So, yeah. All right, bait and switch. All right, I might have a new MVP. Let's take a look at this card. Requires a Baron, so you need a Baron for this. Only usable if a minion is bleeding you after blocks are declined. Lock this reacting vampire. Change the target of the bleed to another Methuselah other than the acting minion's controller. That Methuselah can attempt to block. Who needs Auspex now? Brujah have been waiting on a card like this for ages. Bait and switch. Oh my goodness, how good is it? It does require a Baron, and you need to... Oh, all right. lock this reacting vampire. So it takes a Baron and you need a vampire unlocked in order to do this. All right, 2 things, but it's better than what Brujah had before. I'm loving this card. It opens the Brujah up to being more viable in a competitive situation. This is a great card. How many of these did we get as a reaction? Let's take a look. Bait and switch. We only got 2. Oh, all right. Look, for MVP purposes, I'm going to have to put it to bait and switch so far. It's taken the lead off quickness. It's more usable. It's more relevant in competitive situations. Although you can be doing so much with this, you still need the card in hand. Another card in hand for quickness, yeah. Organized resistance. Love the picture, love the names on these things. They've really hit on the Brujah feel of it, yeah? You really feel as if like the cards are actually doing justice to the theme of the deck. I love it. Right, requires a Baron. This one too. Usable by a locked Baron. Nice. An Anarch you control gets +1 intercept. Also usable to unlock a locked Anarch you control. That Anarch attempts to block with +1 intercept, even if intercept is not yet needed. Wow. This is so good. They haven't had the Auspex in order to get the to get the intercept and to do these type of things. All of a sudden we're seeing that they can bounce, and now they can +1 intercept and unlock. This is fantastic. Your Barons are so important in this deck, and it's so important to the Anarch cause for Brujah. So we're about to go back and count the amount of Barons that we've got in this deck. But what a great card. Like, unlock and get +1 intercept. Look, I'm still going to give the MVP to bait and switch, but there are some very usable cards. Organized resistance. Let's take a look, and then we're going to count the Barons, okay? Organized resistance, 6, a fantastic number. Let's count the amount of Barons that we got. We've got 1, 2, come on, we've got to have more than that, 3 Barons we've seen so far. I haven't looked at the other vamps in the deck, but overall I'm really excited for this. You're stopping bleeds, you're bouncing bleeds, you're intercepting, you're doing a lot of damage in combat. You can bleed as normal with your presence. You can do a damn load of damage in combat. I love it. This is my MVP for these reveals. Yeah. So what are your thoughts? Did I miss anything? Do you agree on stuff? Is there anything else that you'd like to discuss? Put it in the comments. All right. If you're enjoying these videos, give it a thumbs up. If you're enjoying the channel and want to support us, it's a second of your time. Just subscribe. It's a second of your time, a lifetime of love for us, okay? We've got 2 videos to go on this one. Have a great day, guys, and see you on the next video. See you all.